Happy Sunday, everybody. Steve here again. It's been a while. I'm sorry I missed last week. Starting this new job with Boeing, and it's been pretty busy. Been traveling a lot. I'm getting ready to go travel again, so I've been a little slow getting videos posted and everything else. But anyway, I was reading a devotional the other day, and wanted to share it. And so the title of this one is "Do It to Self." And what does that mean? Is that even English? Well, that's what William, when he was a little guy, my son William, the second boy, he used to say that all the time. And we kind of carry that on. Arlene and I have kind of carried that on now to, we still quote it, talk about that, how you want to do things yourself. And William was that way. He was pretty hard-headed. I'm not sure where he got that from. Well, okay, he got it from me. But I remember when I was a teenager, a lot of times I just didn't want to hear what Mom had to say, and it was just because and as I've gotten older and had children myself, and watched them grow and learn, and we struggle with this a lot, being parents of grown children now, watching, and especially when they were teenagers, I always used to joke when I was teaching in high school that I could stand in front of these kids and give them the cure to cancer and they wouldn't want to hear it. And it's just something about, parent and authority figure telling you something and you want to do it to self. You want to do it yourself. I don't want to hear, I want to do it my way, and I've got this figured out, and I don't want to hear anything you have to say. And being parents of grown children and watching this, going, okay, I've got 50 plus years now of experience on this earth. I've been there. I can, let me help you. I want to know. I want to tell you these things, right? And how frustrating it is when they want to do it themselves and don't want to listen. So I think about all this. I was reading this devotional out of Faith Alone here. It's Martin Luther. And the verse he gives is Luke 11:9, so I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. It's there, right? It's there. It's behind the door. It's waiting for you. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is knock and seek. So there's a reaching out on our part to go, I need something from you, and having children who, don't want to do that, like, oh, I want to do this myself. And I was horrible about that with my mom, because I just wanted to, I wanted something to say, hey, I figured this out on my own. I want to do it myself. I want to figure this out on my own. Of course, now I look back and I'm like, what an idiot I was. Anyway. But this devotional here, he's talking about prayer, about asking, that how we should ask. And he says a good prayer that is heard by God has two prerequisites. First, we must consider God's promise that he will hear us. By reminding him of his promise, we can dare to pray confidently. For if God hadn't asked us to pray and hadn't promised to hear us, then all people praying with their requests together wouldn't be able to receive even the smallest item. So no one receives anything from God because of the quality of the prayer, but only because of God's goodness. God anticipates all of our requests and desires. With his promise, he prompts us to pray and desire these things so that we will learn how much he cares for us. He cares for us so much that he is prepared to give us even more than we are ready to ask for or to receive. Because he is offering us so much, we can pray with confidence. Second, we must not doubt that what the true and faithful God promises to do. He promises to hear our prayers. Yes, he even commands us to pray. He promises this so that we might firmly believe that our prayers will be answered. As Christ says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. And also in Matthew 21, Christ also says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds, and to him who knocks the door will be opened. By trusting in these promises and obeying these commands, we can pray with confidence. So we pray with confidence. God tells us He already knows what we want. All right. So I'm thinking about this and wrapping my mind about this. I mean, He wants us to ask, because if we ask Him, if we look to Him, we acknowledge the fact that we need Him, for one, and He's ready to give us, and He's like He says here, and the Bible's replete with this, is you've asked for this, but I'm going to give you even more than this. Like Solomon, when Solomon prayed, and God appeared to him and said, whatever you want, ask for it. And Solomon asked for wisdom to lead God's people. And God came down and said, well, that's a good thing that you've asked for. Because you asked for that, you didn't ask for long life, you didn't ask for wealth, and all of these other things. I'm going to give you the wisdom and all of these things. So, God has that wisdom, has that knowledge there that He wants to share with us. We have to ask, right? And I always love this verse in James 1:5. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. It's there. The answer's there if we just don't try to do it to self. Don't try to figure it out yourself. Is reach out and ask. And Arlene and I talk all the time. We talk about the kids, and for us to take a step back and not inject ourselves into the kids' lives, because it frustrates them, and they burrow in and get stubborn and go, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I could be, like I said, giving them the cure to cancer and they don't want to hear it. All right. So we have to step back, and we made it clear to the kids and told them this: look, we love you very much. We love you and want the best for you. And I realized, because I was in your shoes, that I want you to live your life. And you have to live your life. It's your life. I have a hard enough time living my life, right? So I want you to live your life. But listen, we love you and want only the best for you. And we've got a lot of wisdom compiled over years of mistakes, right? And I want to pass that on to you, but you have to ask, because I don't want to inject myself into your life and push you away. And and we remind them of that. And God, and I'm sitting there saying this, what I've said to my kids, and I'm going, that's what God's saying to me all the time, is I got the answer. Just ask. Well, I'm sitting here, and like I said, I've said it plenty of times, the more I go along as a father and in this life, and I look and I go, and I just see how it just brings the Bible to life for me, all these scriptures to life to me, about how it is was as a father and with my children in life. And I just see it. I just imagine God's heart, because I know how I feel with my kids and how much I want to help them and bless them, and not want to push them away and not want to frustrate them or anything else, but you get, ask. So, anyway, I hope this was a blessing to you as much as it was to me. So I hope you have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next time. Take care.